Norway invited India to participate in the Oceans Conference on the sidelines of the UNGA. At the end of the meeting, in a gesture symbolizing cooperation for attainment of sustainable development goals, Prime Minister Solberg presented to Prime Minister Modi a football with SDG inscribed on it. MEA Spokesperson Gopal Baglay has said that the meeting between PM Modi and UK PM Theresa May was a good one. The PM offered his condolences on the UK attacks and sought UK's cooperation for return of escaped Indian economic offenders. MEA spokesperson was speaking exclusively to our correspondent Siddhant Sibal.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi met with the British Prime Minister. What transpired?
They had a good meeting. They had a meeting a short while ago, and it was the first meeting of the two leaders after the elections in the United Kingdom. And so the conversation was about the current situation, and of course terrorism was also an area which came up because, as you know, unfortunately United Kingdom and several other European cities have suffered from several terrorist attacks in the recent past. So Prime Minister offered his condolences and sympathies and of course support to combat this global menace. And the two leaders then overviewed the bilateral relationship and basically discussed what more can be done. It's a very good relationship. It's a growing relationship. It's an old historical relationship. So how to take it forward in the current situation after the British elections. So that was the focus.
Including economic cooperation, including cooperation on economic offenders?
That you have seen our tweet. What we have said is that Prime Minister asked for cooperation on that matter.
So what were the key takeaways from this G20 meet? Terror was the focus. India helped shape the discourse on terror. So do you think it's a vindication of India's stand?
Well, it's not a question of only India's stand. Our position has been very clear that terrorism is something which affects adversely not only us, it affects world, it affects our region, it affects not only peace and stability, it affects development, it affects humanity. So obviously the focus on terrorism, like in the last G20 summit at the Prime Minister's initiative, there was focus on fighting corruption and black money. And terrorism is something which is against humanity. It retards progress, it retards prosperity, it destroys peace and stability. So there was G20 countries are key economies of the world. They suffer because of terrorism also. So therefore it was important to have this focus within this forum, and we are happy that G20 has come out with a very strong.
The spokesperson of the MEA speaking to DD News exclusively and telling that this summit was a successful one, and also the fact that the meet which happened between